Greetings, UNISA students. Welcome to the First Day Experience broadcast brought to you by the Student Retention Unit. Thank you for joining us once again, and we hope that your exams went well and that you did great in all the exams that you wrote. So today, we wish you to bring you a broadcast on exam reflection and preparing for next semester. So you saw this semester there were a lot of changes when it comes to writing your exams. So the normal way of writing exams had to be changed because of the COVID-19. And so we hope you were able to adapt and you enjoyed writing your exams online. So the First Year Experience programs aims to provide you with extended support as you come into UNISA for the first time. So as a first year student at UNISA, we are trying to bring you information at times that we believe it's crucial. So now we are hoping to help you understand what you're going to need and how you're going to prepare for next semester and how you're going to reflect on the exams that you just wrote. So today we have asked Miss Lisa Dazel to come in and help you prepare for next semester. So Lisa Dazel is going to take you through the broadcast today. And Lisa Dazel is from Counseling and Career Development. She's an e-counselor there. So please enjoy the broadcast.
Hello, my name is Lisa Dazel. I'm a student counsellor at the UNISA Directorate for Counselling and Career Development, and today we'll be talking about exam reflection and preparing for your next semester. Your exam reflection will help you to gain perspective about your situation. You need to ask yourself what you need to do differently during your next examination. Reflection questions focus on what you did before the exams and how you prepared, as well as what happened during the exams. In the following slides, we'll be looking at the different reflection questions. The most basic question is, did I complete the exam paper? And if you did not complete the exam paper, how can you plan your time differently during your next exam in order to help you complete the exam paper? About the exam questions, what were my biggest sources of error? For example, that I make careless mistakes, that I have a lack of understanding of the questions, that I have exam anxiety that affected my exam. Then you need to think about how you can change your study habits to avoid these errors. Questions you can ask about your exam preparation include, should I have studied more? Did I spend enough time on my studies throughout the semester or the year? What could I have focused on more, and how can I plan my time more effectively? Questions about your exam preparation. How did I study? Did I make notes? If I did not make notes, how can I start making notes, or how could I adjust my note-making system to be more effective? Reflection questions about yourself. How did I feel during the semester? How did I feel on the day of the exam? What support do I need to manage challenges during the semester and also on the day of the exam? Once you have reflected on your exam preparation and also how you wrote the exams, you need to think about a learning action plan for the rest of 2020. Questions you may want to ask yourself include, what do I need to do differently during my next semester? For example, do I need to focus on time management, study methods, note-making, seeking support? What is the support I need to be able to manage my modules more effectively? Think about inside as well as outside UNISA. And then lastly, who will I ask for support? Preparing for the next semester. Before you choose your modules for your next registration, make sure that you understand the curriculum for your qualification. We recommend that you create a document for yourself to capture your planning to complete your qualification and to check that you understand the rules for your qualification. If you feel unsure about the curriculum, contact the UNISA Regional Centre closest to you for advice. The first step in terms of study planning would be to plan your curriculum as per the rules for your qualification. That also includes that you check that you meet the pre- and co-requisite for your chosen modules and to ensure that all the modules you're including fall within your curriculum. Here's an example of a student who planned how to complete their BA General degree. The second step in study planning would be to plan to complete your qualification over the period you have planned for. So in this example, a student planned to complete their BA degree over 5 years, and in order to do that, they will need to take at least 6 modules per year, or then 3 modules per semester. When you are doing your planning, you need to reflect on how you managed in the previous semester. Did you manage the number of modules you took quite well, or do you need to make adjustments either in terms of the number of modules or how you approach your studies? Check the provisional exam timetable to make sure that the modules you choose don't clash in terms of exam dates, and then also add or change modules accordingly. When you are considering how many modules to plan for, you need to take the following into account: your time, the minimum number of modules you need to pass, as well as the maximum number of modules you can take. Taking into account your time, when you choose your modules, remember that you will need between 6 and 8 hours per week for a semester module and between 4 and 6 hours per week for a year module. Write down how many hours you have available to study in a week. Take into account all other commitments such as working, spending time with family and friends, and participating in sports and community activities. Then divide this total number of hours by 8 or by 6 if you're doing year modules. This will give you an idea of the number of modules you should be able to manage. If you find that you have too little time to study, you need to start thinking about where you are able to sacrifice or reprioritize so that you could complete the qualification in a reasonable time. You also need to take into account the minimum number of modules. The minimum number of credits to be passed annually is 36 in your first year of study, and then 48 credits in your second or further years of study. For example, in your first year of study, you pass one module of 12 credits during the first semester and 2 modules of 12 credits each during the second semester. This means that you have completed 36 credits for the year, and you may then be able to re-register. You also need to consider the maximum number of modules. You may not register for more than 60 NQF credits in a semester. That is not more than 5 modules per semester of 12 credits each. This does not include supplementary and or aggregate exams which you may have been given in a previous academic year. If you are registering for year modules, you may not register for more than 120 NQF credits per year. Final year students may apply to complete 12 modules in their final year of study. The admission requirements to UNISA and the number of modules students must pass per semester have changed. Please read about the readmission rules for this important information to ensure that you are able to progress with your studies and graduate within the stipulated qualification time. Important note: if you don't meet these requirements, you run the risk of not being allowed to study further at undergraduate level at UNISA before you meet certain requirements. More information about this is available in the UNISA Student Rules document that you can download from My UNISA. Recommit to your studies. You have already made the decision to study. You may have been thinking about studying for a long time, and this opportunity means a lot to your career as well as your personal development. It is possible that as you were thinking of your career and studying, you may not have considered the sacrifices you will need to make in order for your studies and your career to be successful. It is therefore important to have something to remind you of what you were hoping for, especially when you are confronted with challenges as you are studying. One physical way that you can recommit to your studies is to write a letter to yourself. In this letter, you capture your commitment to your studies, and you can use the following questions as guidelines to help you to affirm your commitment to your studies. Where are you now? Think about your career, your studies, and your personal circumstances. What do you want? Think about what you hope will change and what you would like to achieve by completing your qualification. What do you have to do to get there? Think about what you are committing to for the next 3 to 6 years. Think realistically about what you need to do given your current circumstances. Now reflect on your thinking about yourself as a student. The biggest commitment you have to make is the commitment to yourself. Do you believe that you are capable of completing your qualification? And then also make notes about what you already have in place that can help you succeed with your studies. Preparation for your next semester means that you make time for your studies. Have you budgeted enough time for your studies? We spoke earlier about needing about 120 hours per module per semester for a 12 credit module. This includes 50 hours for reading and studying, 40 hours for doing activities and assignments, and 30 hours preparing for the exams. You'll need about 240 hours per module per semester for 24 credit modules, about 100 hours for reading and studying, 80 hours for doing activities and assignments, and 60 hours for preparing for the exams. Take a look at how you are currently spending your time. Which activities will you need to spend less time on to have enough time for your studies? Make space for your studies. Your bedroom could be your campus, or your study, or just a desk if need be. Wherever that space is, ideally it should be as personal and private as possible, a place where you can feel comfortable and connected to your studies. As you create and negotiate your space, think about what you need. Do you need a quiet space with very few distractions? If this space is not readily available at home, where will you study? If you need to study at home and it is quite noisy, can you think about a different time to study in order to feel more comfortable? Preparing to study during the current COVID-19 pandemic and lockdown. We need to acknowledge that we are in unique circumstances that warrant us to take time to acknowledge our thoughts and feelings. It is time to check in and make sense of a new reality which is still uncertain and how it affects us. It is important to take some time to reflect on where we are in order to deal effectively with the new reality. There is still a lot of uncertainty of how things will be. However, we can still focus on our current challenges, deal with what we can control in order to manage what we cannot control. We may all have been going through the motions to complete our exams and at the same time trying hard not to feel overwhelmed. Even when you felt anxious and worried, you possibly focused on exams to avoid dealing with other challenges in other spheres of your life. Most importantly, we have all been trying very hard not to be infected by the virus, and at the same time we remain affected by the effects in different ways. It is important that you take this background into consideration, since our reflection on our first semester or exams cannot be separated from our current context. We may constantly find ourselves checking in on ourselves if we have symptoms of COVID-19 or not. In such a way, we also need to check in and reflect on our psychological state. As part of reflecting, you need to reflect on your personal space, both emotionally and psychologically. Where are you? What are you thinking and feeling at the moment? What are your fears and your concerns when you think about the next semester? Negotiating support. Your study success is not only dependent on your own efforts. You need other people such as your family, your employer, and your friends to support you. Negotiating the support of others means that you will help people in your life understand the demands of open distance e-learning and that you will communicate your challenges, your successes, and your needs in terms of your studies. Negotiation is a give and take situation. You also have to think about what you can give back to those who support you. This can range from giving others feedback about your study process, spending time with them when you are not studying, and including them when you reward yourself for success. What type of support do you need personally in order to cope differently in the second semester? You can learn more about managing your studies more effectively on the DCCD website at www.unisa.ac.za/counselling. There are many resources available to help you manage your studies more effectively. You can also talk to us. Send us an email by counselling@unisa.ac.za. Thank you for taking some time to listen to this presentation, and all the best with your studies for the second semester.
Thank you very much, Lisa, for the presentation. Students, I hope you really enjoyed it and that you're going to make use of the information provided. So remember, as the first year experience, we have quite a number of initiatives. So we have what we call FYE emails, so please be on the lookout for our emails. And if you are only starting this semester, please remember to claim my UNISA and you'll be receiving emails from the FYE. And these emails are trying to help you as students to stay focused, and what we will be reminding you of the important things that you should be focusing on every time we send you the emails. We also have this type of initiative, which is the broadcast. The broadcast also aims to give you information, important information, like how to manage your time, how to prepare for assignments, how to select your modules. So next week I'll be sharing a broadcast on module selection. So for those that are still waiting for the exams and you're not sure which modules to do next semester, please be on the lookout for the broadcast and it will help you going further. So even next year, you might need to go back to the broadcast and look at what modules you need to select and what's the importance of modules, prerequisites, and all of that information. So that's really important. So please always watch our broadcasts as we share very important information with you. We also have a mailbox. So with the mailbox, we advise students to contact us when you feel you're not getting the assistance you need or you're not sure where to ask for the assistance. So you can always drop me an email and I'll respond to your email within 48 hours. So the FYE email box is fye@unisa.ac.za. So when you send the email, please remember to include your student number and the college that you are registered with. And we also have the FYE website. So with the website, we have all this information that I was telling you about. So the emails that we send out, you will find on our website as well. The broadcast that we host, you will find on our website as well. We also have what we call the FYE MOOC and college guides. And the college guides are college specific. So when you click on college guides, you'll be able to see information from different colleges, and then you can click on your college and it will have contact numbers for people in your college. So it's quite helpful. So please take a look at that when you have time. And we have the FYE MOOC, which is really important. It serves to prepare you in a form of an orientation, so it prepares you for the UNISA environment. So please also participate in the FYE MOOC. It's a readiness to prepare for ODL career management. Those will help you greatly. So please participate and give me feedback on the FYE on the FYE mailbox. And we also have what we call FYE MOOC 102, which will help you understand how to use my UNISA library orientation. You will learn more about how you're supposed to borrow books and how you're supposed to return books, and things have changed since there's coronavirus now, so things are done differently. So I'll also have a broadcast on that, so please be on the lookout for our broadcasts. And for more information on how to contact us, visit our website, which is www.unisa.ac.za/capital FYE. And there you will see there's also a contact us page. My numbers are there, my email is there, so you can also contact me using that platform. Participate in the FYE MOOC. So for MOOC, you must go to you must type mooc.unisa.ac.za and you register for our MOOC there. So our MOOC is FYE 101, FYE MOOC 102, FYE MOOC 103. So you must register for all those 3 MOOCs and participate and give us feedback once you have done so. And also to contact us, send us an email at fye@unisa.ac.za. I'll respond to all your queries within 48 hours. And when queries are difficult for me to respond to, I will forward them to the relevant people, and I will copy you in that process. So thank you very much, students, and please be patient. Your exam results will be coming, so don't panic. And thank you very much. Bye.